April 30th. 2 years later. This one, the kitchen only ruined a couple of things, but it's not the fucking point. Point is, I've been telling Don, my landlord, for 2 years to fix whatever the hell's going on up there in that roof. I had to sit here with a hallway ceiling that, well, the lights are dim now because that's what happens when they get wet. But the ceiling is falling down there. You see how it's coming down? It's falling down. It's cracked. There's a hole. I fell one time in the hallway when the laundry wasn't here. It wasn't that bad. I'm a strong girl, but my room poured out rain, vent. It went on the table and it went down on the floor in my dog's bed and stuff. But if my bed was there, I would have died. With this hole in my neck, I would have drowned. And then, on top of that, this rainwater's not safe for me. Along with the mold that's got to be up there. Because Don didn't do anything for 2 years. And he still did nothing. He hired somebody to come out here and say that there's no moisture and there's no mold problem. Okay. How's that moisture problem now, buddy? I told you there was a problem. You people don't want to believe me? I told you 2 years ago you were going to have property damage to your own house. I studied architecture and mold. I already told you. I know there is. Okay? I went by your word. You went up there. You said it wasn't wet. You said there was no mold. You went up there. But when my roommate went up there in front of you and your wife, there was a big ass hole to the sky. And there was plenty of nasty stuff up there. So, I'm starting to get what's going on here. I'm starting to get why you removed the asbestos off of there. Because it was wet. Yeah. That's why it's falling down now. That's why these are the only sections of the ceiling that are gone. And you said it in front of my roommate. In front of your wife. You said, my wife and I removed the asbestos off the ceiling. Ourselves. And this is why the ceilings are falling down. And the garbage disposal kept leaking in the floor. And the dishwasher don't work right. Because you guys don't know how to fix shit. You need to get a maintenance man and stop being so damn cheap. I'm sorry. And you know what? You being cheap is what's making these ceilings fall down now. See the holes now? Okay? Now, I'm all of a sudden super sick. There's no reason why. They don't know. Except now they're going to test for mold and all these other things. But you know what comes in there with that? It's on the roof. You know who's on the roof? Birds. A bunch of those birds. And you know I told you there's a bird problem and you said there's nothing you could do about it? Their feces are on that roof. And their feces are coming down right with that rainwater. So what can I do? I can't even touch that. I'm half a step away from death. Literally. And it all could have been prevented. I'm sorry. It could have. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. You should be sorry. You should be sorry because I'm 35 and I'm dying now from an unknown source. And this is probably the source, as I suspected and as my boss told me. I think that's what it probably is mold. So we are going to see about that. That's probably why you had me in this house by myself. Already sick? Hey. Nobody noticed it. Nobody noticed that you took asbestos off the ceilings that were already damaged because of the rain damage and stuff already? No. You're cheap and you guys don't like to do shit. And I understand that. That's fine. But that's the facts. Okay, and you do it wrong most of the time until you finally get it right. Okay, so you remove asbestos without the proper federal guidelines and permits and OSHA, then we have a problem here. Because it's in the ventilation system, and I've been inhaling it for 3 years, and you knew it, and you removed it, and that is your fault. No way around that. You can lie all you want. God knows the truth. And you can sit there and say you're godly people. But you sat up here and lied in front of them men that you hired that lied. There's no moisture? How's there no moisture? This is the whole separate light that I never noticed.